Welcome back to Bali 2008. Now last week I showed you where to stay and play around Kuta, but there is plenty more to see and do on this island paradise. So tonight I'm checking out the best of the rest of Bali. About an hour's drive north of Kuta is the town of Ubud, located on the island's central foothills amongst rice paddies and steep ravines. Ubud is the cultural heart of Bali. It has the largest concentration of artisans, traditional musicians and museums, and because of its size, it's a great place to explore and bike. And it's also famous for the 300 long-tailed macaque living in the sacred monkey forest. A couple of points for you to remember before heading into the monkey forest. 1, these guys are not tamed, so do not make eye contact. 2, they are very aggressive, but are a protected species, so you can't fight back. And 3, bring a big stash of fruit to barter. Once they steal your belongings, you'll need this stuff. But the monkey forest is more than just a tourist attraction. It's a sacred Balinese Hindu site that houses Ubud's Temple of the Dead. The monkeys are also considered sacred, guarding the temple and forest against evil spirits. But just remember, these are wild animals you're dealing with. Like most of Bali, Ubud is another shopping opportunity, but you'll find more variety than the tourist shops in Kuta. The villages surrounding Ubud specialise in carvings, paintings and gold and silver jewellery. But if you haven't got time to visit them all, hit the central Ubud markets where you can get a sample of just about everything. The northeast coast of Bali has some quiet spots and spectacular scenery, whether you're looking for a day trip or a holiday base. Chandadasa is an up-and-coming seaside holiday destination that's already pretty big with scuba divers. Pasir Putih is a great spot to hang out for the afternoon, but why stay at the beach when you can swim in the King's private swimming pool? Well, at least it used to be the King's private swimming pool until the monarchy lost its power and Indonesia became a republic in 1945. The prince, his son, lives just over there and still has access to the pools, but if he wants to swim in Daddy's pool, well, he just has to share it with the rest of Bali. Taman Tertaganga is a royal water park about 6 kilometres north of Amlapura, and the 2 large swimming pools and landscape gardens are popular with families and local courting couples. But if you're after a bit of adventure, you've got to hit the ocean. Nusa Lembongan is an island only 20 kilometres off Bali, and it's easily reached by a 30-minute fast boat from Sanua near Kuta. The number one source of income for this island is farming seaweed, and it's used to make everything from cosmetics to gelatin in ice cream. That's right. But the number 2 source of income for the island is tourism, with perfect beaches for snorkeling and scuba diving. But today, I've come here to find some waves. I'm going to go for a bit of a surf, I think. I'm hanging out for the waves, but not everyone's come here for the surf. So what brings you guys to the island?
Well, it's nice and quiet here. You can get away from all the hawkers in Kuta. Not many cars.
No, different atmosphere, clear water, white sands.
So hire yourself a scooter to check out the scenery and beautiful beaches while you're here. But when the surf's working off Junggu Batu Beach, there's only one place you'll find me. Now, just a couple of tips for you before you head out for your first Bali surf. Now, the ocean floor out there is a lot different to what you're used to in Australia. It's actually made up of sharp fingers of coral. So a good piece of advice is to go to your local surf store and pick up a pair of rubber booties to prevent your feet getting all sliced open. Now, the other thing is keep a keen eye on the tides, because a lot of waves here in Indonesia either work on high or low tide. I'm getting out there. In fact, all the breaks on Nusa Lembongan are shallow reef breaks, not for beginners. And this one is known as shipwrecks. The boat stuck out here on the reef might help explain why. If you wipe out on the waves here, you too could find yourself dragged across the coral. Now, the great thing about Bali is that it's affordable and accessible to everyone. But on the flip side, the island's booming with tourists. So if you're planning to come here and party and have a little peace and quiet, my advice is to travel a little further afield to get the Bali experience you deserve. Whew. What is beautiful. Creative Holidays has accommodation packages to Ubud starting from $24, Chandadasa from $41, and Nusa Lembongan starting from $64 per person per night, twin share. Garuda Indonesia has 28 flights per week to Bali starting from $622 return.